All right, guys, we're gonna get this meeting started. So I'm gonna start by putting up or doing the announcements for today. First, we have our sign-in form for this week. We really appreciate it when you guys fill this out because it kind of tells us how many people are attending the meetings live. And by signing in, you get an entry into the monthly raffle, where we usually raffle off some kind of like video game themed prize.
Should I sign
No,
in? Signed in last time.
just don't win.
I'm winning this raffle, ladies.
Okay. All right. So in further news, we still are slotted to have our Mobility Wear guest speaker event this week, next week, on our next general meeting actually. So we'll be having the head of recruiting from Mobility Wear come and speak to us about the industry as well as what their work is like over there. If you scan this QR code, you are able to enter a question into a Google form, which I will then relay to her. And for the first question that you actually put into this form, you actually get another entry into the raffle just so that we can encourage a little bit of, or a good number of questions being asked. We're also going to try to bring pizza this meeting, so keep that in mind. All right, for this week's workshop, we will be hosting, again, a hybrid in-person and online through Discord. It'll be in Building 6, Room 204, and it'll be our Intro to Godot workshop, where we'll be going over the basics of how to use the Godot game engine. All right, and at long last, we actually finally finalized the design for the t-shirt. So this is what we have for this year. The t-shirt comes free with any VIP membership. If you've indicated on the membership form that you guys should have already filled out that you want to be a VIP member, you're counted in like the t-shirt totals. So don't worry about that. If you however did not indicate that you had wanted a VIP membership but you want a shirt, please let us know before September 20th so that we can have a accurate count of the number of shirts to order. If you sign up for a VIP membership after this deadline, there is no guarantee that you will get a shirt. It's only if that's only if you guys sign up because, like I said. Yeah. All right. That being said, we would appreciate if you have not already, and if it interests you to get a VIP membership, it helps us out a lot with funding the club because it does. We don't get that much money, and it's very helpful. VIP memberships are $15 per semester or $25 for the whole year. It gives you discounts on all the club merchandise that we have, and we are adding more. There are plans for that. In addition to obviously the free shirt, you also get priority for events, and we usually do occasional goodie bags and the like. Oh, also, it's not on here, and I forget to mention it, but if you are a VIP membership, every time we have a sign-in form or other form that gives you an entry into the raffle, it actually counts as 2 entries. So that's the other benefit that I forgot to put on the slides. All right, with that being said, now it's time for game pitches.
Let's go. Who's first? So first one up is Distant Stars. Whoever is the project leader, please come up or say something on Discord.
after them, we have The Little Things.
I think they're on Discord.
Are they on Discord? Yeah, they're always on Discord, huh? If you're in the Discord,
This is
please
the
raise your
Pydex.
hand.
Yeah.
There we go.
You should probably disable that so it's easier to know people.
Hello?
See people.
But disable this.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
A tiny bit. Let me go ahead and.
See, I don't think we can
Okay.
hear them. Can we?
Is that a little better?
There we
Yeah,
go.
it's a little bit better.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and pull up your slides.
This guy. Big giggler.
And whenever.
So,
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
okay. So our game is gonna be called The Little Things. Next slide, please. So the game idea is basically gonna be like some sort of 2D pixel art game that's like an RPG or like an action platformer. So it's gonna have like a bunch of bosses. It's gonna have a solid feeling combat system and like good platforming movement. Go back to the other slide. Sorry. And the artistic theme is gonna be this like nature kind of theme. So there's gonna be little humanoid like acorn people, and that's like gonna be your kind of like species. So you're gonna be a warrior from that like tribe, I guess. So now go to the next slide. Here's some of our inspirations. So we saw this like thing called Beacorns by David M. Bird. He's like this photographer, and he does these really cool acorn sculptures, and we got really inspired by that. So that's the art inspiration, and then we're taking gameplay inspiration from like Monster Hunter and Cuphead. So like bosses, and then the 2D movement and feel of Cuphead almost. For our MVP, we want just a simple player controller that feels good. So moving, jumping, basic attack, one proof of concept boss enemy, and a boss scene to go along with that, and then a central hub, similar to how we had it in Kiwi That Could, but maybe a little more complete, and then just some basic dialogue system. And then our stretch goals, we want a unique movement mechanic for our player, so maybe some kind of like grapple or like dash or something. And then an upgrade tree or a crafting system, maybe the bosses drop some items and you can like use that to get better gear. And then other than that, just some more content, so boss drops, additional bosses, more weapons, more classes. Here's the tools that we're going to use. So it's going to be on the Unity game engine, and we usually use Acebyte, but any pixel art software works. And we're going to do a little bit of Blender with some 3D things thrown in there. This is who we need. So we need some 2D pixel artists and animators. That's like our most needed skill set here. And then it would be nice if we can maybe get 1 or 2 VFX artists. And in terms of programmers, we actually got a lot of interest already. So there's a ton of other projects, and I know sometimes a lot of the projects don't have enough support behind them. So if you're interested in programming for a project, please go check out the other ones first. But if this project is too good for you to pass up, then show some interest, and we'll try to find a way to fit you into the team. And yeah, thank you.
Any other thoughts before I move you off the stage? Alright. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Okay, he did it himself. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright. So that was the little things. Next up is
Chupo.
Chupo.
There goes my
Chupo?
voice.
Yep.
Just make sure you speak
Yeah,
to the mic.
speaking to the mic, you can hold it.
Right,
Just-
right.
Just don't yank it out, please.
Sure thing.
And here, you can go ahead and tap as you go.
You can
Alright,
pick it up
thank
and kind of move around.
That's
Not too
fair.
far from the computer.
Right, yeah. No, good point. Hello, everybody. So I'm Jacob Carrasco, and this is my little game idea. Chupo, the sociopathic little fighter jet on a rampage, right? So what is it? Well, it's a classic arcade shmup. It's a 2D top-down game where you play a little jet plane and you move around and you shoot down anything in the sky, all kinds of things. And hopefully, there's going to be a wave-based structure, so wave after wave of enemies. And between the waves, you can spend your hard-earned cash on some nice upgrades to make your ship a little faster, shoot faster, or bullets do more damage, that sort of thing. Right. And the story is very simple story. You are, in fact, Chupo, the fighter jet, very angry at the fact that you have to fly around and share space with other flying objects like kites and satellites and UFOs. Ooh, you just want to shoot them all down.
I hate those guys.
You hate them. Goddamn, taking up all my space. So here's some concept art. As you can see, I'm going for very cartoonish style here. You got the angry kite. You got the bird. And of course, who could forget about Cool Bird? You can tell he's cool because he has sunglasses.
And nothing like extreme cartoon violence.
Exactly. Oh yeah, thank you. All right, and we got Chupo here. It's kind of a design I sketched up. I'll definitely need to simplify that. I would appreciate help from artists on that. Just saying that now. Right. Here we have kind of a general idea of what the gameplay might look like as a finished product with a nice little background, some enemies flying about. There's Chupo. We'll probably be a little smaller, but it's the gist. More concept art. Little Betito over here, little cutie. William Bullet, that's a gamer reference if anyone recognizes that. And some extra designs. Probably won't go with all of them or modify some of them to be variants. Inspiration-wise, we got a lot of arcade games here, of course. We got Asteroids, classic, Twinbee, not only for the gameplay, but the vibes of like a very cartoony, kind of cutesy world, but obviously we're gonna make it evil. That's kind of where Bat Conquer comes in terms of the vibe, but also the rare style of everything having eyes and being sentient for no reason. And then Balloons and Notebook Wars are kind of for the upgrade system and like the general flow of the game, where it's like you're getting better and better, as you play. So how will Chupo be made? Very simple. Godot, or Godot, and Asprey. That's pretty much it. I will be using Procreate to kind of come up with character designs that we will then either transfer to Asprey or redesign in Asprey. So that's kind of the general workflow. I am open to other engines, but Godot, I'm choosing Godot because I found YouTube tutorials on how to make a game like this. So there's that. MVP, very simple. This was designed to be as simple as possible. A directional movement, the ability to shoot, and a target to shoot at. And maybe it moves, who knows? If it does move, it only moves up and down or left and right. Nothing too complicated. Definitely, we want to focus on making the first two actions as great as possible. They need to be satisfying, they need to be fun to do, all on their own. Even with nothing to shoot, that would be ideal. Of course, here we have some stretch goals. I've numbered them because this is kind of in a hierarchical order. So priority number 1 would be to actually implement enemies, and then maybe add a high score system. And after that, we can add enemies that attack, different types of enemies, and then a wave system. And then we can start adding in upgrades and money being dropped. Definitely from 9 to 12 are definitely more out there. I probably won't be getting those, but aim high and miss. Aim for the stars and reach the sky, kind of deal there. The team I need, again, very simple for the MVP, just programmers who are good with Godot, or at least know it, and maybe some people who know how to work with Asprey. I have not actually used it to make a game before. But of course, for the stretch goals, there's going to be a lot more involved, mainly artists to help redesign and create the sprites. But I highlight programmers here because that's kind of the main stretch goals I'd like to reach, is making the gameplay more sufficient and more toward the final product. But the rest, we can get later on. That's it. Thank you very much.
So after Chupo, we have Aerodash.
So hello everybody, my name is Diego, or by my Discord name, DXM, and this is my presentation on Aerodash.
Uh-oh.
I've actually been working on this game over the summer, but I'd like to give you guys an opportunity to join us and help out. So what is this game? This game is basically like an arcade racer, similar to Mario Kart or LED karting or other games you can think of, but it takes place in the air. And you're basically racing your hovercraft through themed maps using gravity or aerial physics. And this is not MVP, but I was thinking we could also add, you want me to put this microphone? I was also thinking we could add like power-ups so you can shoot down your opponents or defend yourself. And this game is going to use a combination of both drone mechanics and aircraft mechanics. So if you've ever seen drone racing, you've seen how those drones move. It's pretty fun. And aircraft mechanics like fighter jets. So a combination of those two will provide, well, I hopefully will provide a very unique and competitive experience, a very fun experience, addicting. So you can stick on 10 hours all day. The gameplay, this is subject to change, but I was thinking we just use W/S to fly forward or backward, E/Q to roll the vehicle, a mouse pan to tilt upward and downward. So if you've seen some airplane games, you would see how if you move your mouse upward or leftward, yeah. And I already mentioned this, but vehicles have drone-like mechanics, and we can add some more mechanics such as flipping or falling, sliding, other fun moves that can also be implemented. And random power-ups will also be implemented, like I already said. Next slide. Will this game have any lore? I'm sorry to disappoint, but next slide. Nope.
But next slide.
Because this is an arcade-style game. I mean, it's focusing more on the gameplay mechanics, so we need more programmers and artists than, but however, if we have time, we could probably start adding some lore to some of the levels, or we can even make an overall plot, or each level is connected to each other in a way. So our MVP is just going to be like a playable race map, complete with a working lap system, 3 laps default, with at least one enemy AI. So I know this enemy AI is going to be especially difficult to make. So if you guys are good at Godot programming, especially at AI programming, then yeah, this is the game for you. And once we get this MVP complete, yeah, we'll start to have more features basically. For this game, we're going to be using Godot for the main game development. For the 3D modeling, we're going to use Blender, which is just for creating meshes or models and all that. Or any other software you can think of, as long as you can import that stuff to Godot. And GitHub for the collaboration. Slide. Here's some inspirations I got. So on the left here is Neon Racer, which is basically like this random game I found, but it kind of matches what I'm going for. We got an aircraft, and then the gate you have to fly through in order to stay on track, and and also the aesthetic that we're also going for. And on the bottom here we got a stock photo. I didn't even draw anything. I'm sorry. So we can take some inspiration from here too for some of the hovercrafts. And on the right here, Asphalt 8. It's more of a gameplay inspiration because I like how you can just jump, spin, barrel roll, and crash 2 people and land at the same time. I play that game a lot. So it's not MVP, but we can take some inspiration for that for some mechanics. And the default level will have a cyberpunk and sci-fi aesthetic. So any of you artists are good at that type of aesthetic, then we need you. Oh boy. But basically that demonstration was just like, it's just like a quick demonstration of what it was, and like also, although the art style is not, although there's like no art style yet, but yeah, I'll post it later on the chat. Wait, go back.
It was the same problem because they're just on your Google Drive.
This happens all the time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, go back to the last slide.
Which one?
Yeah.
Soundtrack.
Okay. So we can't play here, unfortunately, but I'll make sure to post that on #music GDC Discord #music for the soundtracks. There are soundtracks I made over the summer, and I think they would go well with this game. I'll make sure to post that right after this presentation. So we got some critical acclaim from some top game developers. Yep. I'm telling you, they like it.
Hell nah, bro.
And totally not AI generator. All right.
Shut your innovative ass up.
Totally not AI generator. I'm telling you, it's revolutionary. Just join it.
I missed this part during the interview, man.
It's a crash course in gravity for toddlers. Oh my god.
Okay, so basically, who do we need? Programmers, especially programmers, because while I can do some of the programming, I have other commitments, and probably a lot of you do, so a good team of programmers would really be helpful for this game. Artists slash 3D modelers, especially, actually, because unless you want this game to look like the demo, which I couldn't show you, or like the Minecraft movie that came out last week, then we need artists. And musicians, even though I already made soundtrack, we can always have more musicians join in and add more tracks. So we can have a variety of tracks rather than just the same 2 tracks. And I forgot to put writers in case you guys want to write some more to the backstory, but that's not MVP. And also feel free to join if you can help out on anything else. And any questions? Nope. All right, thank you very much.
That was kind of funky.
Oh, funky.
Next. Knock it off.
Yeah, Dad, you knock it off.
Okay, who's up? Bestow the stick upon you.
Here we go. No, not in
The mic's over here, by the way.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen. I present to you the new hit game, Knock It Off. Next slide, please. All of this information, this is essentially like the summary of the game. So it's going to be a 2D type game. It's a 3v3 teams, or I was thinking actually it could have different game modes. I want it to either be like free for all, 2 teams of 3. But I know as a max so far, it's probably going to have 6 players per game, essentially. It's going to look, hold on, what's it going to say? So the goal is essentially King of the Hill. That's the main premise of this game. You start with a basic 2D like the ground level. So if you guys ever play like Smash Bros, it's gonna have like that kind of setup. You're gonna have 3 people on one side, 3 people on the other. Essentially, there's gonna be a platform in the middle, and whatever number platform you're on, that's how many seconds you have to stay on it before you can raise up to the next level. And okay, raise your hand if any of you guys have played Brawl Stars before. Good. Oh, a healthy amount of you. I'm so proud of you guys. Anyways, so if you guys know the version of the what's it called? The type of game Hot Zones, it's essentially like that. Your team needs to stay on the platform for a certain amount of time in order for you to claim that spot. And each platform you attain, I guess, that's a point for your team. So on the ground level, it's just ground 0. So literally, your team needs to be on that, and your team can only stay on that for 0 seconds. And then once that's done, it'll rise up. The next platform is platform 1. Platform 1 stay for 1 second, next to raise it up. Platform 2 is 2 seconds, and so forth until you reach platform 10. So when most people think that the point of the game is to be the one to make it to platform 10, that's not true. You can make it all the way to the last platform and still lose the game. Next slide, please. More info. So these are the basic button movements. So the basic WASD plus spacebar, because that's a classic. H is pick up items, which has to be close vicinity. And J is throw items. So the way you essentially knock off your opponents, hence the word knock it off, is you pick up random items that spawn in. Next slide, please. These random items can range from a very, very diverse amount. Like, this is not even all of it. Like, name whatever you want, I will happily throw it in there. It could be as random as a fridge. I wanted to throw in like a Feastable bar, so when you throw it at someone, it turns them into the actual beast of Mr. Beast, for those who know. Thank you. And like, these are just random items that like you're able to pick up and just chuck at your enemies. Like, even if it's a sword, you're not allowed to swing it. You have to throw it. So that's the whole premise of the game. Just keep throwing and knocking your opponents off. Next slide, please. These are the games I took inspiration by. Smash Bros, because like the 2D platform type thing. Soul Knight, for those who know the game. It's essentially a 2D, but it's like, for every weapon you have, it's essentially, it already has like an auto aim to it. Because I don't want to make it too complex, like where you have to actually aim and throw, like you have to like aim it correctly and throw. I've used Mario, because like just the basicness of it. For those who played Soccer Random in the middle of class, yes, that was also me. I like the art design of it. It's not going to be like too big on like actual like the art design. It's going to be focused more on like the function. The simplicity is what'll give the game like its attractiveness, essentially. This, I don't know, I just found a picture of King of the Hill. I thought it was cool. Donkey Kong over there, that's essentially it. You just keep rising and rising, and people will keep continuously throw things at you to knock you down. but the point is to get back up. So yeah, and so the point of the game is to collect as many points as possible. From platforms 1 through 9, each platform you secure will be 1 point. However, because platform 10 is like the last platform, I decided to give it a little boost, and platform 10 is 3 points. So even if you're down for like, if your opponent is at 9 points and you're at 7 points, you can technically still win the game. So it's just like a little, for those who watch Harry Potter or like know Harry Potter, it's the golden snitch. That's how you win the game, essentially. And whichever has the most amount of points at the end wins. For the MVP, literally the WASD movement, like not too big on that. Just like do 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 do. For the pickup function, so when you pick up items, and then the throw function. Those are the basic things I need so far. Guys, I am very, very open to anything you guys want to do. Godot, I'm new to that. Unity, I've used. PyCharm, I've used a couple hundred times. Artist, I'm okay with whatever platform you guys are comfortable with, because I know we can just plug it in. I know there's a platform out there somewhere. We have the internet nowadays, so we can just plug it in, have them develop the sprite, or like make the sprite available to the art design that we acquire. So if you guys just want to start submitting like art submissions to that, like whatever characters you guys want to design, I'm down for anything, honestly. So yeah. The end.
We got how many more we got left? Like 4, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay,
Oh,
but in the
lightning
interest
strike.
of time.
Are they on the Discord?
No, they're here.
Oh, okay.
I know.
We have slides for it.
You want the stick?
You got it.
Do we have slides?
Yeah, I sent it in the chat.
Officer chat.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We're getting
Nah, I'm professional. I don't dox officers.
At least
only
today.
on the stream.
She just keeps for some reason.
Where is it?
It's up there. You scroll up.
Come visit me.
Right there, right there, right there. There you go, there you go.
Quick time.
Yeah, I love it. You got it.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
You may, yeah.
Oh yeah, the mic is right here.
Wait, you're just speaking to the mic?
Yeah, you need to
Right
switch
here.
it.
Jelly's face it. You guys can switch spots.
This is for Discord.
Well, end of the recording.
Oh. So hi, my game is called Lightning Strike. It's the genres are cyberpunk, sci-fi, action, or adventure. It's a visual novel. Okay, so basically my game will be about this girl named Sentra. She's an intelligent, strong, motivating woman who's an evil scientist's assistant who was hit by a car and died. But then she was revived by the evil scientist, and he revived her with lightning, and then she turns into a powerful cyborg. But now she suffers from amnesia, and then before she died, she had a vision of the world ending from an apocalypse, and she wants to save the world, but the scientist wants her to do his evil bidding. And then as the player, you play as Sentra, and you try to save the world from the apocalypse caused by the scientist. So this is Sentra, the cyborg, and my concept art. So. And these are things I'm inspired by, Castlevania. This is Sam does art. This is Blood of Zeus, Cyborg, Edge Runners, and then this is a Love, Death, and Robots episode that.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry for the trouble.
Yeah, sorry, I might have
We're
messed
in
something up
trouble
on my
right now.
phone.
Bro, what is he doing?
My bad, sorry everybody.
Did you accidentally leave the stage or something?
I clicked on it on my phone,
Oh, whoops.
and
this guy.
it destroyed the stage.
Quickly.
How to fix it?
We are so
Nothing
sorry, by
happened.
the way.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah,
I cannot read.
this is the Love, Death, and Robots episode when the Kitsune woman is turned into a cyborg, and then there's that. And then I'm also inspired by Jace and like Arcane and like League of Legends kind of stuff. So the game engine will be RenPy, but if I change my mind, it'll just be RPG, but it'll definitely be mostly RenPy. Okay, so the game doesn't need to be finished by the end of the semester. 3 endings done is okay, and simple narrative and choices, 1 scary song, 1 sad song, 1 happy song. Create main menu and song for the main menu, and character sprites and background art. So I just need programmers, 2D artists, musicians, animators, voice actors, and they can do the lines as the writing comes along, and writers to help me out. And I thought this was cool, so like maybe the background art could be something like this. And yeah, that's it.
Next up is Solvi Seas.
Alright, hello everyone, my name is Riley and I'm going to be presenting my game idea. It's called Solvi Seas, and it's going to be a 3D puzzle game themed around pirates. Alright, so at the start of the game you wake up at the brig of a ship you've never seen before. You don't hear anyone around, and the only thing keeping you company is a cutout of like a dog in the room with you. And then you don't know who locked you here, you don't know why they locked you here, but all that matters is that you get home. Alright, so then that's when you notice in the room, there's keys. There's some keys hanging from the dog. But they're just barely too far out of reach. And this is where the puzzle element starts coming into the game. I created a little mock-up here, a little dog cutout right there and you behind bars. So your goal is to get those keys, but they're out of reach. And this is just going to be the first puzzle. So, yeah.
I love him.
He's cute, right? Alrighty, so features, features, features. You start off locked in the ship, filled with puzzles. Your end goal is to unlock the ship's anchor, helm, and mast so that you could set sail home. And then, so essentially the gameplay revolves around exploring the ship, the islands around the ship, and the waters around the ship. Just so you could essentially find all the items you need and puzzle your way home. The minimal viable product, you should be able to freely explore the ship, all the islands around the ship, probably a cave I think would be cool, and all the water around the ship. Let's see. So what's it called? It'll feature a variety of simple fun puzzles. So in my mind, I was thinking the puzzles would be something like you'd see in, I don't know if any of you have played Signalis or Resident Evil, just a lot of different like little mini puzzles put together so that we can get creative with them. And we would only need about 10, but we could add as many as we want. And then finally, you should be able to sail the ship home for a few minutes as a reward. Alright, so I want to keep the scope of the game small as possible, but I'm not super good at doing this myself, so any help would be appreciated. Developers would be amazing. My programming skills are extremely base level, so as more people that can help, the better. 3D and 2D artists would be amazing as well. I'd be able to help out there, but the more hands in the cookie jar, the better in this case, in my opinion. I know that's not how the expression goes, but that's how I'm thinking about this. Puzzle designers would be awesome. Anyone in any part of the team could be a puzzle designer. Anyone who wants to pitch into puzzles and not help with anything else, that's fine too. As long as you're just putting out concepts and then we could work off them. And then one thing that I didn't mention up here that I should have mentioned is that it would be cool if we could have animators to help a little bit with the puzzles, and just very simple animations for those. And then it would also be really cool if someone would be able to compose some music. Ideally, I'd like to have 2 songs, like a song for underwater and like a song for when you're above the water. Yeah. So sorry.
Don't worry about it.
So my inspirations here were definitely going to be Sea of Thieves because I've been really interested in the ocean recently, and it's kind of manifested through Sea of Thieves. Just because I love pirates. And then my other inspiration was, as I mentioned, kind of Resident Evil is not really written here, but Signalis was the main one, just because I think the puzzles in that game are super cool. Yeah, and also the Looker is up there as well, because it's the same type of 3D walk-around gameplay. And thank you guys.
Thank you. Is he in here? So, just real quick, last call for Distant Stars. I suppose we're gonna have to move on. Next one to be Vertex.
Repitched.
Repitch.
I love these guys. Take the stick. Take the stick. No
Nobody
stick?
take the stick.
No desire for the stick?
Take the stick.
I'm too short for the stick.
Alright. That's exactly the point of the stick.
Alright. Welcome to Vertex Repitch for the third time.
Yeah, let me find your slides again.
Modelers.
Oh no.
Oh god,
We're
wait.
getting that.
Wait, do I need to...
Can you throw the
Did
slide?
you guys put it in your channel?
They might
Put
have.
it in our channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
That's a
And
video.
That's a
I'll
demo.
pull them both up.
This guy.
Okay.
Please use the microphones. Somebody.
Yes.
Somebody hold this.
You want to start?
All right.
I will start then. Okay. So this is Vertex. We have pitched this several times before. We have not made as much progress as we should have in a year. So that's why we're re-pitching it once again. This is Vertex, the introduction slides, part 3. Part 3. I held up 2 fingers.
Yep.
Say it's quiet.
I can do this.
Okay, perfect.
There we go.
All right. So a 2-sentence pitch. You should do this, Abigail.
Okay. After a dinner date gone awry, or Ari, I don't know how to pronounce it. Awry. Energetic mage Kanik, Daphne, and her mysterious partner discover the mana in their world has started behaving strangely, and Daphne's partner is feeling ill because of it. The duo must battle magical electronics and other things to restore their abilities, and discover the secrets of their world along the way. This is the main character. Bold, energetic, kind-hearted. Gameplay: she's offensive, she attacks with her sword and her mana gun, and she does combos. When defeating enemies, Daphne can acquire materials and use them to craft more items to equip or use in combat. And this is her mysterious partner, sidekick. Calm, sassy, quiet. You can swap between her and Daphne, and she uses her unique mana-like abilities to teleport, use telekinesis, and chain attacks. When defeating enemies, she can absorb mana from fallen foes to replenish her mana gauge. When there are groups of enemies, she can perform AoE attacks. Okay.
Okay, so, as this hasn't changed much over the last few semesters, but we hope to fully learn how to create a story-based game, work better as a team, that's a big one right now, how to work consistently long-term on a project. This is way harder than you think. And we are learning that. Unreal Engine, this is new. Before we were in Godot, we're switching to Unreal for a variety of reasons. What are the reasons?
It's better.
Just better.
Better, okay.
Better for both.
Yeah, so Vertex transitioned.
Yes.
It's beautiful. We want to learn how to do modeling, sculpting for games, sound design, music for games, and game concept art and environmental art for games. That's all pretty much the same. For who we need, number 1, 3D modelers.
Please.
We need more 3D modelers. Anyone who has open Blender, please, we need you. Anyone at all. If you've even heard of Blender, we need you.
Why?
If you know what a 3D object is, please come to our team. On that, we need more 2D artists. We have a pretty good team of 2D artists right now, but any more is appreciated. because a lot of 2D art is needed. Besides there's concept art, we need cutscenes, background art, and like level design concept art, because that's a big thing. Also, audio and music. Anyone who like wants to make sounds into a mic for audio, for like audio sound effects, please, that's amazing. If you want to make music, if you like have any ideas for songs we make, and like we're like, hey, that'd be cool in a game, come to us. We need music desperately. As for programmers, we have a pretty good program team, so we're not.
I don't know why that's there now, but that's there now.
Okay, so actually we do need programmers. Yeah, so if you know how to program in Unreal, please, we need you.
That was new.
It was very new.
Okay, so what we want included in our MVP, we want a slightly better than basic combat system and then we're going to expand the combat system to include magic, and we're going to make a crafting system more connected to the game world. Like right now we have like a very basic crafting system. It's there, but not really. Mana system. And we're gonna make a proper intro to the story in Unreal. And finished character model, aka Daphne.
Our main character doesn't have a character model.
I wonder why that is.
No longer the 3D model lead for Who's your artist? Level design.
Okay, stretch goals, style system, making the characters do cool things, implement the story into the game, a masterpiece soundtrack, a minimum 300 songs long, or, you know, just maybe a couple songs.
It has to be better than Mozart and Bach combined.
Yeah. More cat Roombas, please. I want more cat Roombas. No,
No
cat,
dog Roombas.
No dog Roomba. More cat Roombas. Yes. And more levels.
Alright, perfect.
Okay.
These are our various pieces of concept art we have done already. That's Toast Enemy, 2D art, and then 3D model. These are character portraits that were done by one of our members. Got some 3D models, and that's old. The Daphne model. All right.
Okay, that's the video.
Oh yeah, this is a demo. This is a demo. Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, we don't have time. You click that
Yeah. Inspirations. Art, story and art-wise, and then gameplay. We gotta speed up. Yeah.
What's this like?
Good question.
Press a button.
What?
Oh, I forgot about this slide.
Yes! I'm the biggest fan of this project. by the
Okay,
way.
so no, we have some bad news.
No.
Go to the next
I'm gonna
slide.
try. I'm gonna try. Don't do this to me.
Just really, go to the next slide. Next slide. Yeah! I am Daphne.
I am Daphne.
All these work in progress. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. Alright. Thank you.
Alright, thank you. At the stir stick. Yes.
Alright. And last but not
Oh,
least.
wait. I have to set up for this. There's lore. There is time. There's always time for heathen.
You have 2.5.
Can you guys hear the music? Well, we may have 2.5 minutes, but next guy starts at 1, right? Right? Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
It'd just be an unofficial.
Right. This is Heathen Repitch. Why are we on the wrong slides?
Because you just took my computer. I've been hijacked.
What happened to the music? Is it still playing?
No, it's not.
That's stupid.
No,
Oh,
it just went silent.
It's playing it just quiet. Anyways, if you guys heard a bit of the music, that's one of the musicians. I wanted to show his work off, but didn't figure it out. So this is the best way. So here's my project. I'm repitching Heathen from last semester. Some of you may remember. This is a 2D Souls-like. So what is the idea of this game? It's a 2D side-scroller Souls-like. Structure, posture bars, parrying, dodging, difficult or warning, something similar like a combination between Sekiro and Blasphemous. We actually have some lore now. My goated writer Lou, I don't know if he's in the room right now. We were like, hey, thank God. Hey, I'm here in his stead. He wrote something about the main character being the former commander of a prospering kingdom. Then he gets betrayed and killed because this king has visions. He's really stupid. Then he's resurrected by a weakening goddess of death to offer him revenge. Thank you. To offer him revenge in exchange for his service. And still work in progress stuff, but there's a lot. Go read it. Join the team. What have we done so far? I wanted to keep this image, so it's there. Here's concept sketches. This is kind of how it started at the beginning. So this is particularly my sketch of the main character. I did this the night before the game pitches last semester. Yeah, time management is great, isn't it? Here's some of like a rudimentary move set I threw together. Just thinking about it, concepts. And some 3D model stuff I've been starting on working on, seeing if I could maybe accelerate the pixel art process. So generally I kind of want it to look like this. So here's my concept artist for the team. They do an incredible job of their drawings. There's actually nothing underneath that, but I thought that was really funny. So please, they're incredible. They did a lot of the stuff based off of the writing. Here's the two goddesses, Ashwin and Kalis. There's some more lore on it. Lou wrote. They're pretty cool. Here's the knights' designs. They were workshopping. Really cool stuff. That guy looks like John Heathen, the main character. He actually has a name, but the John Heathen stuck by. Here's some weapon stuff Sofa did. Again, great stuff. Here's the monsters. We call them Scathers, I believe, and some undead. Incredible stuff, by the way. Writing. Lou and I worked on to set like a baseline vibe and some more. I won't talk about it too much in the essence of time, and just read the document. It's in the team. I love this guy, by the way. He's a great writer. I'm thankful to have him on my team. State of the game currently, this is the programming that Juniper hard carried last semester. I was like, hey, I'm going to work on this, but she just went ahead and we got all this great stuff going on. All we have to do is just kind of put more things in. That's how game development works, right? Heathen's inspiration. Prince of Persia, Sifu, Dark Souls, Blasphemous, Sekiro. Elements from these games is something that I want to include. So, for example, you got your posture bars from both of these games. Wall running might be a cool mechanic. Primarily, the way Blasphemous fights and the executions you can do, I think, is cool. And Dark Souls is great. I want boss fights in this game. How is Heathen being made? We're using primarily Godot, planning to use Aseprite. We're using GitHub and anything else required. And Blender, because I'm workshopping a 3D way to do these sprites a little bit faster. So our minimum viable product, playable character, combat/peace state, 2 regular enemies, light and heavy. Boss fight with several health bars. Doesn't even have to work. Like, he doesn't even have to fight, you just hit him and it's proof of concept. Basic platforming and your usual things to make a video game work like a video game. Bunch of stretch goals. You can read that faster than I can say it in the essence of time. For the team I have most of these people. I even crossed out musicians because I have 2, and I think that's already too much. But again, you're welcome to join. I'll try to find something for you to do. 3D artists, I put a question mark on that because I'm going to be doing it, and I have another friend that's joining me. But again, you're all welcome to come in and see and bother me in a way so I could figure out something to give you guys to do. This game can't come any sooner. Thank you for listening to my presentation. This game is approved by Kazuma Kiryu. He's soy-facing! Thank you. Last slide. What have you done?
Real quickly.
To join the game pitch, go into the channel. There will be just a reaction roll.
React to the slide stuff, and you'll join.
This is how you join a game pitch.
actually gone studying computer science, but I have an interest in the development. Also, a shadow, like,
You're welcome to join. You don't need to be in a specific major or have any specific
Yeah,
skills.
like we said, we have like
Just
artists,
go.
musicians. Like you don't need to be anything to do with computer science.
You can just lock in on
That's what I'm saying. We're making something good here.
We will both lock in.
That's what I'm saying.
Probably to speedrun this whole presentation.
Okay, but it was great.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to be presenting it in person. Sign in if you didn't. Or I will, and I will take your raffle spot. That's a lie. I can't do that.